Hello everyone, welcome to the explanation. So you can see you will get all the notes related to the previous models as well as the coming model. You can see Bella Padla Biva model, and today I'm going to make the video on Clarence Wilson integrity model. Okay, so all these notes you are going to get in my site. So you can see this is my site easyexplanation.com. So if you want to access the notes of all subjects, there are different subjects here, you can see. Okay, so right now we are this topic security management model. This topic comes under e-governance as well as information security and audit. So these two subjects discover this particular topic. So you can access the notes from here, and let's go to our video portion. So without any further delay, let's start our video. Okay, so in today's video I'm going to cover next model from security management model, and the third model is Clark Wilson integrity model. Okay, so again, as the name says, this model, it is designed to ensure the integrity of data. Okay, and this is generally used in some for some transaction purpose, for you can say financial purpose, for business purpose. Okay, so I'll talk about this in real world. And this model was developed by D. Clark and David R. Wilson in 1987, and their particular the focus was in order to maintain data integrity, okay, through well-formed transaction and separation of duties. So I'll take a very basic example. Okay, suppose you have a bank account. So can you change the account number in that app? Can you change any sensitive information that is in that app? No, you cannot change that. Okay, so this whole model, it it moves around the same concept. So let us talk about first of all we'll talk about some terms, and then we'll go to the model part. Okay, so let's talk about some terms that is used in this model. So the first one is transactions. So what is transactions, or we can say a well-formed transaction or a transaction? So transactions are nothing, they are the sequence of operation. Okay, sequence of operation that take a system from one state to another. Okay, for example, if we take the example of a banking app. So if you log in there, you are going to another page, that is the account page. Yes, again, if you feed your account information and everything, you are going to the another page which contains the amount. Okay, so this is basically called a transaction. And what happens is only valid or authorized transaction can modify the data. Okay, what does it mean? That first of all you have to put your you have to log in with your correct username and password. Okay, then only you can go inside your banking app. After that you have to put the correct account number. After that only you can debit or you can credit the amount to some other account. Okay, so there should be an authorized transaction, then only the data can be modified. Okay, so here next one is separation of duties. Okay, next term is separation of duties. Okay, so basically this separation of duties is done in order to prevent frauds and errors. Okay, it means that no single user should have authority in order to do anything to the system. Okay, it means that no single user has authority to abuse the system. It means that if you are going to open your banking app, okay, and suppose if you are a fraud, so you attempt to log in that particular app 3 times, and what happens after that? After that your account will be blocked. It means that you are not only the person who has got the access to the system. This system has given access, this system has access from the banking department also. So if you are going to attempt for 3 times, they are going to block this. So even they have the access to the system. They can do certain changes in the system for the good purpose. Okay, so this is separation of duties. Let's go to the next term. So this video will be a bit long because this topic is going to be a bit long. Okay, so third term is, we are talking about the term, third term is constrained data item. Please do understand these terms. This is also known as CDI. Okay, so constrained data items are, they are the very sensitive information, they are the very sensitive data, we can say. And if you want to change this, that is, they can be modified only through well formed transaction. Okay, you cannot change this data anytime. They will need certain permission, they will need certain criteria in order to change this data. So this data are known as constrained data item. For example, in your banking app, the account number is there is account number. So this account number you cannot change yourself, you have to take permission from the banking person. First of all, you cannot change this account. If you want to change, if you want to do anything with this account, you have to take the permission from the bank. Okay, fourth term is unconstrained data item. They are also known as UDI. Okay, so this type of data item, they are not very sensitive, and they can be modified by user. Okay, they can be modified by user. So taking example, for the banking app, you can change the username and password. Sometimes you need to change the username and password, sometimes you need to change the mpin or the pin number and all. So basically not this, but these are the data which the user can change. There is not so much of restriction for changing this data. So basically we can say they are the very sensitive and important data. They are the data that are not very sensitive, they can be changed by the user, so they are called UDI. Okay, so next term, there are few terms left for me to explain, then after that we'll go to the rule part. Next term is integrity verification procedure, which is also known as IVPs. Okay, so integrity verification procedure, they are the, we can say, they are the procedure or the process that check the consistency and integrity of CDI. Okay, it means that they are going to, any type of constrained data item that you are going to check, or that you are going to change it, or that you're going to access it. So this, you have to go through this verification procedure, that is called IVP. Okay, this procedure is known as IVP procedure, and they ensure that you cannot change the CDI data like that very easily. You have to go to a various procedure. Okay, next term is transformation procedure. It is also known as TP. Okay, so here TP are well formed transaction that transform the CDI from one valid state to another. CDI means constrained data item. For example, in banking app, if you are going to credit the amount to some other person, so this comes under the CDI. So we need a particular transformation procedure. Okay, so they are the transformation steps with the help of which you can change this CDI data. You can modify this CDI data. Okay, so that was about the various terms. So let's see the diagram for this, and then I'll explain it. So the diagram are for this model is that we can say there are TPs, there are transformation procedures, procedures, and there is a user. It means that these are we. And for our banking app, we have got some UDI, that is we have got some UDI, that is unconstrained data item, and we have also got some CDI, that is constrained data item. So if you want to change your username and password, if you want to change your PIN number, if you change your app color or anything, so even this data is going to be fed in the TP, transformation procedure, and then it will be okay, and you are going to do that work. But in case of CDI, if you are going to give the CDI, or this, if you want to check your account balance, if you want to transfer your balance to some other account, this comes under the CDI. So they are going to be under this transformation procedure. After that, this will be sent to the IVP, okay, integrity verification procedure. They will be sent to the IVP, and finally the data item gets changed, that is the CDI are going to be changed here. Okay, and then after that you are going to get the information. For example, you are going to transfer a balance to your friend, so this comes under the CDI. So after writing the account number, his name, his banking number, it is going to be in the transformation procedure. After that, this TP sends everything to the IVP. So they are going to verify whether the account number of your friend is correct or not. If it is correct, it is going to send you a message that your account has been debited. And if it is incorrect, so in this identification verification procedure, you are not going to verify it, and you are going to get a message that your transaction has been disabled or it is not completed. Okay, so there are certain rules here. There are certain rules that we are going to see for this. So first rule is known as certification rule. It is also known as C rule. Okay, so first C1 rule says that all TP, that is transformation procedure, must maintain integrity of CDI. And second rule, that is CT, it says that all IVP must ensure that all CDI are in a valid state. Okay, so same thing that we talked earlier. Second rule is known as enforcement rule. It is also known as E rule. Okay, so there are around 3 E rules. So first of all, E1 says that only authorized user can execute TPs. Okay, so I hope you are getting this English sentences. Second rule is user must be authenticated and authorized to modify CDI. It means that you should have a proper username and password. If you are a user, you cannot open others' bank account. E3, TP must log all action performed for audit. Okay, whatever transaction you are going to do, the transformation procedure, it is used to save it in a form of log so that we can check this later on. Okay, so these are some of the applications. So basically, after studying this Clark's Wilson model, what we got is this model is very much suitable for the financial domain where transaction happen. Okay, so that's all about Clark's Wilson model. In next model I am going to cover Chinese wall model. Till then, stay safe and thank you.